So, if Donald Trump can get selected again to the White House being a felon, why can't some people who have committed things and maybe a one time situation be not denied a good job, housing, and credit, etc.? Why not? Because all bets are off the table now. There was recently some convicted former felons who were asking that question. How do you make it make sense? The most important job in the world. There was a time when you got convicted of a felon. It's almost like having bad credit. Your behind had to go underground or take a low paying gig, maybe a fast food, maybe some under the table gig, maybe construction, something that was going to be blue collar, hard work. You weren't going to get no Fortune 500 hookup. You weren't going to get no, clean. You had to like lie on your resume application, even some factory, some jobs that were hiring through agencies or using against you. How do you do it now? And does he change everything, especially if you don't have a quote unquote strong conviction against you? Does that hold you against from renting an apartment, or does that work against you from getting a good paying job? It shouldn't. In the truth of the matter, people make mistakes and have problems in their livelihood. It should never been used against you. Because if you're back in the workforce, you gotta get money, you gotta work, you deserve a second chance. Ain't America supposed to be about the land of the second chance and opportunity? See, I crack up with these Trumpicans, these people who get out here and boast and brag about the things about him, but you got short term memory. And his situations was pretty serious. But I know they're gonna be conveniently with walking around with suspected glasses on with it. But really, we shouldn't even be putting that up there on the application no more. We really shouldn't. Have you been convicted of a felony or anything in the last 7 years? If you can elect somebody to the most important position in the United States, you really don't have room to put that on the application anymore. You really don't have, unless, of course, it's of a severe nature. And that comes down to the discretion of the place. But then again, in light of all that, you might be looking at counter lawsuits. You might be looking at discriminatory process because if said person, what is your criteria? You see the problem that you ran into by selecting him? Because now you can actually say that, hey, you gave him the most important position with some serious charges and convictions there. Serious. Not just, he took a bag of chips or he, you know, took some money out of a register and walked out the door or something. We talking some serious situations. So how you going to explain that away? But some people who made a mistake, they got that on their record. But how you explain that away? The double standards job stigmas. How you going to explain that away? How you going to tell them they can't get that apartment, that you can't get this? There are places who actually want you to be like AJ Square and want you to, So how does that work now? How does anybody who defends him make that make sense? And say you ain't never got no trouble, never did nothing, but yet you still couldn't get the position even with a clean record. So make it make sense to me, Trump supporters. I just wanted to make sense. I told you before, I ain't have a dog in the race with him and Kamala. I'm about reparations. I'm with that Marcus Garvey section. Because I ain't buying neither one of them because it's the same party. I look at them both as Diddy parties. I don't go to them parties. However, make Trump make sense to me. Because his track record ain't, I ain't saying you got to be squeaky clean or nothing, but you got to make this make sense. It sounds to me like privilege and you do what you want, how you want to do, where you want to do, and what you want to say. But I see some lawsuits coming. I see some people going to have a lot to say that if he can get hooked up, I should get a chance. We put totality of what was going down with him and what I did. USA, you gotta explain to do. Supreme Court, you gotta explain to do. Government, you gotta explain to do. It don't even vibe right. And the people that support him, you ain't got no legs to stand on in this one. Because now you can open up something that is embarrassing and it goes against the grain of everything that you thought. Oh, buddy. They used to put money aside to going back to school for Ex Felons and saying this and all that. What they gonna do to explain this away though? That they created a whole carte blanche and lane for him to let him do what he want to do? Make it make sense. Because there's a lot of people that are saying that, well, hey, what about me? What about this situation? How we gonna justify this? Because it is on different levels. His former buddy or his buddy Rudy Giuliani had to sell off stuff because of what happened. Courts, impeachments, all kinds of things. You got a lot to explain to do. This is rewriting the Bill of Rights and the Civil Rights and everything on those job applications because you can use the Donald Trump exemption if you choose to. Yeah, it wasn't me, but it was me. But what you gonna do? Because you got to explain it away how you give him that kind of position. And I just want this job. Think about it. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share it if you like, and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.